So I want to talk about the concept of uniformitism, emergence, and infinity. Right? I was watching this video about the banded iron rocks, ores. Right? It's like one of the main ways we acquire iron. Right? And then there a lot of them are shaped in these like very specific ways. Right? And one of the weird, there was this YouTube video about it, a SciShow. No, it wasn't a SciShow. I forgot what it was. There's this, right? And they were talking about how this process that made the iron that we use for our civilization, right? Like, has stopped at one point, basically, right? And and the video talked about how, like, you know, in the concept of geology, and really in the concept of geology and in the concept of like science in general, right? There's uniformity, right? So they like speculated like, oh, like, you know, well, it's not to go against uniformity, but it just shows how like not all processes, right, like are like linear. Let's just say linear, right? Because what I started thinking about, right, is that it perfectly shows, right, how, yes, like a lot of processes and stuff in the universe, right, stay uniform because they're kind of universal, right? Like gravity's always doing gravity, I guess, you know, and the speed of light or whatever, I don't know, right? But same thing with geology, right? Like, because that's an inherent part of reality, right? And because of just like the nature of geological process, a lot of geological processes, and because they're slow, right, have a uniformity, right? Like, but what this shows, right, this shows like the infinity between 1 and 0, right? Like you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that's your uniformity, right? But within 1 and 0, there's an infinite, right? There's an emergent, right? There can be a novel contextual situation that creates an emergent property, right? That if you repeat that context again and again, right, it will happen again and again. It's not magical, right? In that sense, it follows the uniformity, right? In that sense, it follows the principles of uniformity, right? I guess the principles of like determinism or what a causality, right? So I feel like that's what we're getting with these iron bands, right? A very specific contextual situation created, right? This emergent, you know, material or whatever, right? And that's why we don't necessarily see it all the time, right? And it doesn't go against uniformity, because if you were to bring up those contexts again, right, I bet you can make more of that same rock, right? But in a grander sense, right? In a grander sense, it proves to me, right, the true purpose of what we should be doing, right, as a society, as people, whatever, right? It literally shows, right, that within the regular processes of reality, right, within the folds of those processes are infinite possibilities of other processes that can bring us in, like, I'm talking about unimaginable phenomena, right? Like, we literally are iron, the backbone of civilization. Our iron comes from this novel situation, right? But this is with everything, with fucking everything, son, with everything, right? And it should be our duty to foster a context in where these individual people could have the time to do that, to fucking search for the infinite. You understand? In whatever way they want to, you know. I don't know. If they don't want to, it's fine, right? But no, we don't have that, right? What we have is a bunch of pedophile ass, demonic, psychopathic, sicko in the heado, wanna kill people, wanna rape people, wanna bomb people. That's what we have right now, unfortunately. That's what we have. That's what we're dealing with, right? And until we hang these motherfuckers getting in our fucking way, son, until we get rid of these stupid fucking evil motherfuckers, we're gonna have to just slowly drag it, you know, not slowly. I guess some people are getting paid mostly to do some shit to other people. Like, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it, you know. I don't know, right? But yeah. That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about when I was thinking about the iron bands or whatever.